So these are two blocks in which we get value of I. So as you can see, i's value is 3. So value that is stored in I is 3 and j's value is i's address. So i's address is 65524. So j's value is i's address. But wait, we can't use j in a program without declaring it. So we cannot use j in a program without declaring it. And since j is a variable that contains address of I, so j is a variable that contains address of I, it is declared as int star j. So j is a variable which is containing address of I, it is declared as int j. So the method to declare the variable containing address of a character, that is I, is int star j. Let us go by meaning of star. It stands for value at address. So star is representing value at address. Thus int star j would mean the value at the address contained in j as an int. So int star j would mean the value at the address contained in j as an int. Here is a program that demonstrates the relationship we have been discussing. So this is an example program. So first is main, which is used in every which is a function which is used in every program. Now int I is equal to 3, that means 3 is an integer which is stored as I. Now int star j, now j is equal to ampersand I, that is j is value of I. Now printf slash n, that is for next line, address of I is equal to percent %u comma ampersand I. Now printf slash n, address of I, slash n is for next line, address of I is equal to percent %u comma j. Now printf slash n, address of j is equal to percent %u comma ampersand j. Printf slash n, value of j is equal to percent %u comma j. Now printf slash n, value of I is equal to percent %d comma I. Now printf slash n, value of I is equal to percent %d comma star ampersand I. Printf slash n, value of I is equal to percent %d comma star j. So let us see output of this program. So output of the above program would be address of I is equal to 65524. Now address of I is equal to 65524. Now address of j is 65522. Value of j is 65524. Value of I is equal to 3. Value of I is equal to 3. And value of I is equal to 3. So look at these following declarations. So let us explain few declarations. First is int star alpha char star ch floats star s. Here alpha, ch and s are declared as pointer variables. So these are pointer variables, that is variables capable of holding addresses. So these are variables which are capable of holding addresses. Remember that addresses, that is location numbers, are always going to be whole numbers. So location numbers that are addresses are always going to be whole numbers. The declaration float star s does not mean that s is going to contain a floating point value. So this declaration, that is float star s, does not mean that s is going to contain a floating point value. What it means is s is going to contain the address of floating point value. So s is going to contain address of floating point value. Similarly, char star ch means that ch is going to contain address of char value. So char star ch. That means ch is going to hold address of star value. So star is for holding address of that value. Now, or in other words, the value at address stored in ch is going to be char. The concept of pointers can be further extended. Pointer we know is a variable that contains address of another variable. So pointer is a variable that is containing address of another variable.